What's up, TBS crew? It's your boy Steph, back with another reaction. This time we have Slapped Ham, eerie footage that shouldn't exist, uploaded October 26th, 2019. Now y'all already know all the important links will be down in the description. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some unsettling videos that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this.
I forgot I had these handcuffs on from that little skit video that I just did.
There are certain paranormal legends that seem almost universal. Many countries have their own version of the Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. However, there's also a certain type of ghost that appears in the lore and mythology of numerous cultures. This ghost is the woman in white.
Of course.
In most legends about this terrifying type of spirit, the woman in white is described as a pale, sad-looking woman with usually long, dark hair. She's always dressed in white, typically a long, flowing dress. The colour white is often a symbol of purity and innocence. This is appropriate attire for the spirits in the legends associated with the woman in white. Typically, the women in these stories are devoted wives and mothers who tragically lose their lovers or children, and their own lives typically end in violence. Their spirits then roam the earth searching for their lost loved ones. In this video, a group of ghost hunters appears to have captured an image of a woman in white in their eerie footage shot in the jungle. In the dark of night, a mysterious woman in a white dress appears in the foliage. Her head down, her long dark hair obscures her face. One of the ghost hunters approaches the spirit, his hands in the air to indicate that he means no harm. However, the mysterious lady slips away into the trees when he gets too close.
He's so fucking close.
The clip continues as the hunters once again find the mysterious woman standing eerily among the undergrowth. Again, the hunter approaches with his hands up, but as before, the woman slips away, seemingly vanishing into thin air.
Why is he so close, fam? He fucking up.
This routine happens several more times. The hunters approach and the woman disappears. Who could this mysterious person be? Many believe that the video is a hoax. Still, the appearance of this melancholy, ghost-like entity is chilling. Love to get your thoughts on this one in the comment section below.
Low-key, that might be fake. You can't keep running to the same ghost,
When
can
the
you?
Hernandez family sat down to enjoy a peaceful dinner in their home in Clovis, California, they never expected their in-home security cameras to provide eerie footage for their mealtime entertainment. Yet, the family had hardly begun their meal when they suddenly jumped out of their seats to get a closer look at the bizarre entity making an appearance on the video. This particular camera pointed at the parking area outside of the home. At first, it looks like a normal, peaceful night. Then, a strange figure begins working its way through the parking lot. The apparition could almost be a ghost out of an old horror film. It appears as a vaguely human-shaped figure that trails off as it reaches the ground. The apparition moves quickly, almost as if teleporting from one spot to another, the insubstantial white that makes up its form trailing behind it like a mist. In footage from another camera, we see the family leave the table and head closer to the screen, watching the apparition carefully as it dances across the parking lot. They later stated that their hair immediately stood on end as they watched the footage, certain that they were looking at something not of this world. Even the family dog seemed to know that something wasn't quite right, but none of them could explain the bizarre entity that thankfully stayed outside.
Right. It's still creepy, but as long as you stay outside, I'm good.
Surveillance is everywhere. Luckily for ghost hunters, closed-circuit cameras seem to be great at recording eerie footage created by ghosts lurking in places where you least expect them. This bizarre video was recorded by a CCTV camera set in the ceiling of an ordinary waiting room. The room is full of people, so the woman, who seems to have attracted a ghostly admirer, was unlikely to be expecting a supernatural encounter. The video shows a large room. Several people are waiting among the rows of chairs that take up much of the space. one woman stands at a window being helped by a staff member. Nothing unusual happens until the woman at the window turns away and begins walking across the room. After she takes a few steps, it becomes clear she's being followed.
Oh shit.
A strange shadow seems to stalk her, following a few feet behind as she exits the room. The shape and movements of the shadow are reminiscent of a massive bat, but the camera only catches a shadow. The video went viral on Chinese social media, but many claim that the eerie footage is a fake.
How?
They point to the fact that no one in the room appears to notice the unusual apparition, suggesting that it was artificially added to the video. However, it isn't unusual for spirits to appear on film, even when the witnesses swear there was nothing there.
Right.
Was this shadowy bat the real deal? You'll have to decide for yourself.
Y'all know I don't fuck with shadow people and shadow figures, so...
Residents of a town in Indonesia were shocked and saddened when a woman chose to step in front of an oncoming train to take her own life. In the days after the incident, many people raised questions about why the woman made the unfortunate choice that led to her death. No one seemed to know her reasoning, but obviously some sort of tragic story must have led her to her grisly decision. The people of the town tried to move on. Unfortunately, the woman's spirit had other ideas. Exactly 7 days after the woman took her own life on the train tracks, residents who lived nearby began reporting that they saw a woman with long dark hair in a white dress walking along the tracks late at night. Reminiscent of the backstories of other women in white tales, it seems that the tragic nature of this woman's death has trapped her spirit in the place where she died. In the video, a group of young boys decides to stay out after curfew to attempt to capture some eerie footage of the town's new ghost. The video clearly shows a dark-haired woman in a long white dress walking down the tracks just in front of them.
Like,
No matter how quickly they walk, she always stays a few yards ahead of them.
like Eminem said, where would
She
the
never
parents
turns
at?
to give the camera a glimpse of her face, but the residents of the neighbourhood are convinced that she is the lingering spirit of the woman who met her end mere weeks before.
Like Eminem said, where would the parents at?
Kids are known for having a strange sense of humour. When a child tragically dies before their time, do they take that sense of humour with them? This eerie footage seems to suggest that they do. The footage shows what appears to be a pale young boy wearing all white standing in the middle of a dark road. The images on the screen are still until a motorcycle suddenly drives into frame. The rider brakes just as the front tyre comes into contact with the boy. Believing that he's just run over a child, the rider climbs off his bike and begins searching the ground for his accidental victim. The rider seems puzzled when he can find no trace of the boy that had been standing in the middle of the road mere moments before. Suddenly, the boy reappears on the side of the road.
Go.
The rider is clearly shocked and terrified.
Go.
He lets out a scream before abandoning his motorcycle and running away from the apparition.
What? That's the transportation.
Children often enjoy jumping out to scare people. This little boy seems to have discovered that it's even more fun when you're a ghost.
How you gonna leave your bike, fam? That's faster than your 2 feet. You bullshitting.
When a security guard in Turkey was monitoring video feeds late one evening, they saw something that immediately made them whip out their phone to film the screen. Many internet users have watched the footage, but no one can explain exactly what the video has captured. The footage begins with what at first appears to be an ordinary person in a white suit walking onto the street. They meander around for a while, looking almost lost as they move around. Suddenly, the figure lifts off the ground and begins hovering in the air.
That's gotta be fake.
To make the footage even more bizarre, the figure remains completely upright while in the air, a very unusual position for flying.
That's gotta be fake, fam. That cannot be real. Is
The
that
figure
fake?
alights to the ground and takes off again several times, never travelling far.
That's gotta be fake. Come on, man.
They seem happy just to hover a few feet off the ground. After a few short flights, the mysterious aviator returns to the ground, casually walks away out of range of the camera.
And nobody was around to see
Love to
this?
get your thoughts on this mysterious piece of footage. What do you think that figure is?
That's gotta be a hoax, man. That can't be real.
Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at a terrifying shadow entity captured in an office,
Oh.
remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop about all our latest content.
Here we go.
In another terrifying security camera video, an entity that truly defies explanation had a group of office workers terrified of
Shadow
what might be
people,
lurking
man.
in their workspace. Although the apparition appeared long after closing time, its appearance on the security footage was nonetheless terrifying. On a particular spot on the floor just near the far wall, a black shadow begins to appear. Over the course of a few seconds, the small spot of darkness begins to grow darker and larger. Eventually, it seems to extend forward across the floor, almost appearing like a torso with only a pair of long arms attached.
Oh my god.
Then the shadow grows taller, looking for just a moment like a full person, until collapsing back into an amorphous shadow. A shot from another angle provides a glimpse of what appears to be the silhouette of a face as the apparition undergoes its terrifying transformation. Taken as a whole, the video brings to mind the image of a demon struggling to free itself from the hellscape below before being dragged back to eternal damnation. Hopefully, the unsuspecting staff of this office hasn't unwittingly settled down to work atop a portal to hell.
Come on, fam. See, I ain't got time
If
for
you want
that.
to see some more scary videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a creepy playlist there you can binge on for hours. Leave us a comment down below or hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time. Pew!
I told y'all, shadow people be fucking with me. Something fierce. That last video was definitely the scariest one. It didn't scare me, but it definitely gave me goosebumps. Like Eminem said in The Way I Am, where were the parents at with that video of those young boys who stayed like out after curfew to record a lady, the woman in white, going down the train tracks so late at night? Like, fam, come on, bro. What the fuck, like, these parents be tripping me out, man. Watch y'all fucking kids. Man, for all you know, that ghost could have turned around and snatched all their asses up and dragged them into the night or some shit. Like, come on, fam. No, that would have made for a video that actually would scare me. Oh, hell yeah. But I don't want that to happen to the babies. Well, I kind of did. They kind of would, they kind of would have deserved it, It'd be like that, though. Seeing them get got for stupid exploits like that, oh yeah, that would have done my heart something real nice. But which number was the scariest to y'all? I gotta say, it was either that last one with that shadow figure in the office, or that first one with those people who kept going for that the woman in white in the woods, and he kept getting close. He would have deserved everything. His life was on the line the whole time, yet he kept pursuing her. Man, had she just decided to wild out and grow a big ass mouth and big ass claws and snatch his ass up and drag him into the night, oh man, he would have deserved everything. Not to mention that fucking video of that person or that figure, whatever, that was like walking, and then it took flight, but it was flying in a weird and awkward, peculiar way, and then it came back on the ground, and nobody was around to see this shit. Nobody drove past, nobody walked past, nobody saw this shit but a CCTV camera. Come on, fam. Like, there are so many of these videos that I hope are fake, but I really feel like they're not. And if that's the case, all of those areas, you will never see me out there. Bet. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. If you enjoyed the reaction, leave a like, a comment, and share the video. And if you really like to subscribe to the channel, join the TBS crew and tap that bell icon so you will get notified every time your boy Steph drop new content, which I do on a weekly basis. That is all I got for y'all this time around. Your boy Steph is out.